It's Scola, and welcome back to Fitmas. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a scary one for me. It's one of those where I've been meaning to make it for a really long time, but I just didn't know how to go about it. Yeah, let's just get straight into this. So today I'm going to be talking about my opinions on veganism, basically. I have wanted to avoid this topic, but I do have a health and fitness based channel and it just feels wrong for me never to have mentioned it. I mean, I have done the Daniel fast, which is very similar to a vegan diet, but it wasn't anything to do with veganism. It was more to do with spirituality. Couldn't say that word. So that's the most I've ever done on my channel about plant-based diets. But I thought, it's about time I just have a chat with you guys because I owe it to you, and I've been getting so many questions about what my opinions on being vegan are. Would I ever go vegan? Would I recommend it? And all that stuff. So let's just have a chat today, yeah? So let's start off with what is veganism, because a lot of you guys might not really understand or know what it is. It's basically where you eat a plant-based diet and you don't eat any animal products. So that includes dairy, eggs, meat, fish, anything that comes from an animal. You don't eat it, you don't touch it. Even honey is considered an animal product. And so a few vegans are a bit of a grey area on that one, but most of them don't eat honey. Now, there are lots of reasons why someone might go vegan, but the two main ones I've seen to be really big are either people don't believe you should eat animals, people think it's inhumane, humans shouldn't eat animals and it's wrong for your body and all of that kind of stuff. The second reason is the environment and sustainability. Those are the two main reasons. So let's lay down some facts for you guys. By 2050, we will not be able to produce the amount of meat that we are at the rate that we are. In 2050, I will be 55 years old. That is 35 years away. That seems very, very close to me. Considering global warming, yes, we're all trying to do a few things here and there, but we're not really serious about it because, we're all thinking, the planet isn't going to blow up anytime soon, so let's just keep wasting, let's just keep CO2ing everything, I don't know. But if you think about it, if you keep eating meat at the rate that you are right now, you won't have any meat in about 35 years. Oh no! One of the main causes for global warming though is cattle farming, and it is because cows themselves produce a lot of CO2. People are cutting down rainforests in order to make more room for cattle farming. Cattle also eat up a lot of grains, a lot of food that humans could be eating. They drink a lot of water that humans could be eating as well. They take up a lot of space. I mean, if you think about it, imagine me, right? And imagine a cow. A cow can't live in my room. A cow would need more room than what is in my room. So I can never have a pet cow because it won't be able to fit in my room. So that's a bit orcs. And that is just a fact, and it's something that I think all of us need to take into an account. So for one, meat is just really bad for the environment and we just can't keep it up. Something has to change. Second of all, yes, it is very strange that you can eat a cow or you can eat a pig, but you cannot eat a dog. If everyone freaks out when everyone finds out that in China they eat dogs. But it's just literally society and what society has told you is okay to eat and isn't okay to eat. So with that, you just really have to have a chat with yourself and how you feel about animals. I know some people really care about animals and they're like, I will never eat an animal. Some people are like, nah, animals. Now on to the golden question. Scola, will you ever go vegan? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the transition into going vegan is a very difficult one. For some people it is very easy. For example, my boyfriend is vegan. I think I've mentioned in a few videos before, but he is vegan and he's a person that's kind of opened me up to the idea of being vegan and seeing that it is very good and is very possible. For me, first of all, I'd like to do more research. Because the way I feel now, I have trust issues. I don't trust no one. For example, if for the last 20 years of my life, I've been told that it's okay to eat meat and it's okay to eat dairy, and that's just been a thing, then the next diet moves I make, the next food choices I make, I'm gonna have to do research myself. Because say, if I'd made research earlier to find out that actually meat isn't that great for you, and you shouldn't be eating that much of it, then I would have been in a different position, if that makes sense. So in the same way that I wished I'd done the research myself for animal products, I'd like to do research for veganism as well, because I don't want to just jump straight into it and then in a few years we find out that there's something wrong with veganism as well. Do you know what I mean? I hope that kind of makes sense. I know some vegans will be like slamming their desks and saying, Scola, what do you mean? Veganism is the best way. But honestly, I'd like to do a bit more research on it. I never did research on whether I should eat meat, so I just feel it's only right that I do research on veganism and everything like that. Secondly, it is just a difficult thing to do. I've told you guys I suffer from binge eating. I have problems with cravings. I'm not a very controlled person when it comes to food. I know for a lot of people it's said that they've helped them, especially if they have eating disorders. Going vegan can be really good for them, but for me it's going to be one of those things where I will never outright say that I am vegan or that I'm going plant-based, because I know I'm going to have slip-ups at some point. It will take me time to be able to make those changes. I mean, I was obese when I was younger because I lacked self-control, and it took me many years to finally follow a diet that meant I could lose weight and be healthier. So to think that I could just completely change overnight, it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm being honest, so please don't attack me. I'm trying to be as honest as possible, because I feel like there are a lot of vegans that found it so easy to make the transition, whereas for some people who didn't immediately feel as strongly about veganism as some vegans did, it's quite difficult. And you know, it's something I've spoken to my boyfriend about, because it feels like overnight he went vegan, but that's because we're in an LDR. So one time he visited me and he was like eating meat, the next time he wasn't, so it was pretty sudden for me. But for him it was kind of a pretty easy transition because he felt so strongly about it, whereas I am a bit all over the place, and I hope you guys can respect that. So what I'm going to be doing is slowly cutting out food groups that I just don't really need. For example, I'm going to be cutting out dairy products simply because y'all are going to laugh. Vegans are going to be like, well, we told you so, Scola. Your body's not meant to eat it. I know, but dairy products don't agree with me anyway. I've been experiencing a lot of problems with dairy products. I used to be lactose intolerant when I was a baby, so I've already cut out dairy products. I haven't had any dairy products for a couple of weeks now, just because my tummy's been like, no. So that's already a change I'd already made. Recently, I've also decided to try going pescatarian, just because I feel like it's a good transition. Not to say that eating fish is okay, because we are seriously overfishing the seas. Like, we will not have any fish left, but I just need to make that transition in order to go fully there, rather than just going cold turkey, because it just, honestly, when I did the Daniel fast, trust me, it was a miserable time, and I had a really tough time. If I wasn't praying about it, I don't know if I would have been able to do it. So that's my plan, to go pescatarian. Once I've gone pescatarian, I'll go vegetarian. Once I've gone vegetarian, then I will make the leap into veganism if I feel like that's the right thing to do. But as I said, I'd like to do a bit more research. So that's my plans. I hope you guys can respect it. And now I want to move on to just having a chat with vegans in general and speaking about the vegan movement, because at the moment, I have a bad taste when it comes to vegans. I just do have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to vegans, because I've come across some really bad ones. That being said, there are probably a ton of good vegans. You know why? Because they stay quiet. They only talk to you when you ask them questions about veganism. There are other vegans that just like to attack people. They just love to just attack people, and that is their method on getting people to change. Personally, I don't like negativity. I just don't like negativity. I like to be an open-minded person. That is what I try to be. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying at least I don't try to attack people. I'm a personal trainer, okay? Do I walk into McDonald's and slap burgers out of people's hands and then tell them to do squats? Do I go and shout at people in KFC and call them all fat, disgusting, lazy people? No, because you know what? First of all, they're not bad people. They're not those things. They've just been taught to be a certain way by society, and I wish vegans would really just calm down when it comes to that and realize that people are just uneducated, and if people are educated, they're not willing to believe it, because to them it feels like, how have I been told that it's okay to eat meat? Suddenly you're going to tell me that I can't eat any animal products. You're lying. Get out. That is some people's immediate reaction, because it does seem ridiculous that we've all been led to think it's okay to eat animal products when apparently it wasn't. So obviously it's going to take time for people to change their minds and make a difference, and I feel like vegans need to take that into account. I have received so much abuse from vegans. It is ridiculous. People have threatened me because I've made videos with animal products in. People have just attacked me. People have said they want me to get raped, murdered, and abused just because I eat animal products and I deserve it because that's what I'm doing to animals. Can we take a moment to think about how that... Is anyone gonna go vegan if you sound that crazy? Because you sound crazy. I am not gonna follow a lifestyle of a crazy person because I'm thinking, what's the difference between me and that person? They're vegan, which means eating plants drives you crazy. Boom. Like, I'm kidding, but I'm just saying that is how it comes across. If you have experienced that from vegans, just don't think that's what all vegans do. It's not. There are very kind, loving vegans that will help you along your way. As I said, my boyfriend is vegan. He could be slapping all kinds of food out of my hand. Actually, he did the other day. I told him to help me to make a transition. So I got a muffin from Starbucks. The boy ripped my muffin out of my hand, squashed it. I was so mad. I was so mad because I was so ready to eat that muffin. Like, I was so happy. I was like, I'm gonna eat myself a blueberry muffin. Yes. And he rips it out of my hand. I mean, I'm still not talking to him. It might be the end for us because don't touch my food. But anyway, my boyfriend's been really understanding of the fact that it's going to take me time to make the transition. He's been giving me the information that I need. He's been really supportive and he's not judged me because he's realized that it's going to take time for people to change their minds. I am happy to give information on plant-based diets. I'm happy to recommend it to people. I recommend plant-based diets to my clients all the time. One thing I really don't like, there are a few vegan YouTubers who just come for people. They literally just attack people. I've been living my life here on YouTube scared for the day that they attack me, but I realize they're never gonna attack me. Why? Because I only go for the YouTubers with over 1 million subscribers. They attack them for not being vegan. They do a whole video exposing them with dying animals, and then that is what they do on their channel. For me, that just feels like a big ball of negativity, and it's made me dislike vegans because when I try and search for information on veganism, recipes, different stuff like that, you come across these channels built off of just hate for other people that they don't even know, and they don't even know how that person is or how that person feels, or even if that person is educated and knows stuff about veganism. And to me, it's just not a nice way. On one hand, yes, I really don't like that method of attacking people, but at the same time, I know how desperate these people must be in their heads, because at one point I feel like they're just trying to get subscribers and they're just attacking these huge YouTubers so that they can get more attention, more subscribers, more views, more money for them, basically. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, okay, I get where they're coming from. You attack the biggest YouTuber, people come to your videos to attack you, and maybe they might find a good message. I don't know if it's working out for them, maybe it is. I don't know, but it doesn't sit right with me. I'll just put it out there. I don't like people attacking people, bullying people into a lifestyle. Be kind. Make a kind video, a kind message saying, you know what, I think what you're doing might be a little bit not the greatest. Maybe you might want to make a change. Instead of just being like, you know what, you just killed 55 pigs with your bare hands, you murderous, evil person. I just feel like that sort of approach is a bit much, you know? So yeah, this video was just to say my opinion on going vegan. It's a transition that I will like to eventually make. Don't hate me for not making it straight away. If you do, I'll delete your comment because seriously, come on. For me, when I want somebody to accept me or the way I am, for example, a racist old lady, I'm not going to be mean to the racist old lady. Even if she's cussing at me, throwing the N-word around, I am not going to then attack her in order to get her to change her mind. I'm going to be as sweet as candy to her. Do you know why? Because she's going to then see, actually, it's not so bad. I'm not that bad and I'm actually really nice, and she'll change her mind quicker that way. Kindness is a way forward in order to change people's mind. I know a lot of vegans don't even respect vegetarians because they still think vegetarians are doing the worst thing in the world too, but at least it's a step closer. At least it's better than the worst, and I think you need to be happy about that and accept that, because I feel like a lot of vegans just they have too much hate, they have too much negativity, and I think you just need to be a little bit more positive about your movement and realize that the little changes people make Even if it is meatless Mondays, I've seen people attacking people for having meatless Mondays, saying, what, do you think that's making a change? Not having meat on a Monday could make a change. Like, it's better than nothing. That meatless Monday could turn into meatless months. You know what I'm saying? So just accept people, be kind to people. Even if someone doesn't want to go vegan, trust me, if you keep up your movement, it will catch on to them eventually. Maybe not straight away, but start off with the people who are actually willing to make a change instead of attacking the hardest people to crack, because the hardest people to crack will see everybody change and then they will make the change too. As I said, I will personally carry on doing my research into veganism and how I want to go about it and all that good stuff. You know what, vegans, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing something great, especially if you truly believe it's going to do good for this planet. Then keep up your great work. I'm really proud of you. Keep it up. As for anybody else that's still unsure about going vegan, just do your research, keep reading up about it, watch documentaries, do all that good stuff. Make sure you find out your information and make the decision for yourself, and make sure you do it for the right reasons as well. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!